Announcer bot is active. The qualification session is at SMSA in Diepholz, Germany. The wind speed is 3 km/h from the northeast. Peter Geldenhuis is P1. Peter Geldenhuis improved his P1 with a 0:57.462. Danny van Ruyen is provisional pole with a 0:55.408. Peter Geldenhuis improved his P2 with a 0:56.916. 1.508 off pole. Koen Sassman from South Africa is P6. Peter Geldenhuis from South Africa is third up 0.17. Yuan Yemen from South Africa is P9 up 10.86. Yuan Yemen improved his ninth with a 138.632. 43.224 off pole. Danny van Ruyen from Netherlands is P1 up 0.12. Ten minutes remaining in the session. Danny van Ruyen is provisional pole with a 0:54.854. Ryan P. from South Africa is P10 up 1.63. Ryan P. improved his fourth with a 0:55.828. 0.974 off pole. Yuan Yemen is 13th. Yuan Yemen improved his P13 with a 134.343. 39.489 off pole. Koen Sassman is P2 up 0.11. Danny van Ruyen is provisional pole with a 0:54.781. Peter Grobler from South Africa is P4. Peter Grobler improved his P2 with a 0:55.047. 0.266 off pole. Tommy Glad from South Africa is P11 up 0.59. Tommy Glad improved his 7th with a 0:56.503. 1.722 off pole. Ryan P is 5th up 0.15. Danny Van Ruyen is provisional pole with a 0:54.726. Ryan P improved his P5 with a 0:55.416. 0.690 off pole. Blake Kruger from South Africa is P14. Blake Kruger improved his P14 with a 136.970. 42.244 off pole. Mike McDeer from South Africa is 10th up 0.45. Mike McDeer improved his P7 with a 0:56.014. 1.288 off pole. Ernest Heather from South Africa is P12. Leon van Linden from South Africa is 14th. Yuan Niemand is 11th. Yuan Niemand improved his 11th with a 0:56.774. 2.048 off pole. Dewald Lambert from Bhutan is 16th. Dewald Lambert improved his 14th with a 0:57.176. 2.450 off pole. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Blake Kruger is 15th. Dewald Lambert is 14th up 1.08. Dewald Lambert improved his 6th with a 0:55.703. 0.977 off pole. Leon van Linden is P16 up 1.23. Best lap is a 0:59.455. 4.729 off pole. Danny Van Ruyen is P1 up 0.10. Peter Grobler is P3 up 0.14. Leon van Linden is P16. Blake Kruger is P15 up 0.12. Peter Geldenhuis from South Africa is 13th up 0.17. Ryan P is 5th up 0.10. Ryan P improved his P4 with a 0:55.170. 0.444 off pole. Leon van Linden is P16 up 0.57. Leon van Linden improved his P16 with a 0:59.296. 4.570 off pole. Yuan Niemand is 12th up 0.57. Yuan Niemand improved his P11 with a 0:56.422. 1.696 off pole. Blake Kruger is 15th up 0.92. Blake Kruger improved his P9 with a 0:56.276. 1.550 off pole. Mike McGeer is 7th up 0.23. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Blake Kruger is 9th up 0.61. Leon van Linden is P16. Announcer call is active. South Africa is second. Danny van Rooyen from Netherlands is second. Peter Geldenhuis from South Africa is P4. Danny van Rooyen is first. Best lap is a 1:45.369. The race session is at SMSA in Diepholz, Germany. The wind speed is 3 km/h from the north-northeast. Danny van Rooyen is first. Koen Sassman from South Africa is second. Peter Grobler from South Africa is P3. Ryan P from South Africa is fourth. JD Ellis from South Africa is fifth. Dewald Lambert from Bhutan is sixth. Mike McGeer from South Africa is P7. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Danny Van Rooyen is P1. Peter Grobler is 4th. Ryan P is P4. Mike McGeer is 9th. Peter Grobler entering the pits is 16th. Mike McGeer is now P8. Leon Van Linden is P10. DeWald Lambert is 3rd, 0.2 ahead of J.D. Ellis. J.D. Ellis is 4th, 0.3 behind DeWald Lambert. Janine Glad from South Africa is P10, 0.5 behind Blake Kruger. Janine Glad is now 9th. Tommy Glad from South Africa on lap 2 is P11, 0.5 behind Leon Van Linden. Tommy Glad is now P12. Peter Geldenhuis from South Africa is P8, 0.3 behind Blake Kruger. Tommy Glad from South Africa is 11th, 0.5 behind Leon Van Linden. Tommy Glad is now 9. Ryan P is P6, 0.5 behind DeWald Lambert. Ryan P is now P5. DeWald Lambert is P4. Best lap is a 0:56.590. 1.250 off the fastest lap. Ryan P is 5th. Best lap is a 0:56.018. 0.678 off the fastest lap. J.D. Ellis on lap 4 is 4th, 0.1 behind DeWald Lambert. Mike McGeer is 6th, 0.4 behind J.D. Ellis. Mike McGeer passed J.D. Ellis for 5th. Mike McGeer is now P4. J.D. Ellis is P6 battling Janine Glad. Janine Glad was 2.8 faster last lap. Janine Glad from South Africa is 8th, 0.3 behind Tommy Glad. Blake Kruger from South Africa is 15th, 0.5 behind Peter Geldenhuis. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Janine Glad is P8, 0.4 behind Tommy Glad. DeWald Lambert is P5, 0.9 behind Mike McGeer. Janine Glad is 8th. Peter Grobler is 11th, 0.1 behind Ernest Heather. Peter Grobler passed Ernest Heather for P10. Ernest Heather from South Africa is P11, 0.4 behind Peter Grobler. J.D. Ellis is P7, 1.0 behind Tommy Glad. Janine Glad is 8th. Best lap is a 0:56.510. 1.674 off the fastest lap. J.D. Ellis is 7th, 0.5 behind Tommy Glad. J.D. Ellis was 1.9 faster last lap. Janine Glad is 8th. J.D. Ellis on lap 9 is 7th, 0.3 behind Tommy Glad. J.D. Ellis lost 7th to Janine Glad. Janine Glad on lap 9 is P7, 0.8 behind Tommy Glad. Janine Glad was 1.3 faster last lap. Cohen Sassman is 2nd, 4.1 behind Danny Van Ruyen. Janine Glad from South Africa is P7, 0.4 behind Tommy Glad. Leon van Linden from South Africa is P10, 0.2 behind Peter Grobler. Peter Grobler was 1.4 faster last lap. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Janine Glad on lap 11 is P7, 0.5 behind Tommy Glad. Blake Kruger is P15. Janine Glad from South Africa is P7, 0.5 behind Tommy Glad. Ernest Heather is P11, 0.7 behind Leon van Linden. Janine Glad is 7th, 1.4 behind Tommy Glad. Ernest Heather is 11th, 0.5 behind Leon van Linden. Leon van Linden is 11th, battling Ernest Heather. Yuan Yemen from South Africa is P12. Janine Glad is 7th, 0.9 behind Tommy Glad. Cohen Sassman is P2, 3.2 behind Danny Van Ruyen. Janine Glad is 7th, 1.0 behind Tommy Glad. JD Ellis is P8, 1.1 behind Janine Glad. Janine Glad is P7, 0.5 behind Tommy Glad. JD Ellis is P8, 0.9 behind Janine Glad. The leader has just finished the race. Danny van Rooyen from Netherlands finished first. Peter Grobler finished P9. Cohen Sassman finished P2. Peter Geldend was finished P15. Ernest Heather finished 10. Ryan P finished P3. Blake Kruger finished P14. Gerhard Niemann from South Africa finished 13th. Mike McGeer finished 4th. Dewald Lambert finished P5. Yuan Niemann finished 11th. Tommy Glad finished 6th. Janine Glad finished P7. JD Ellis finished 8th. Leon van Linden finished 12th. Announcer bot is active. JD Ellis from South Africa is P2. Ryan P from South Africa is third. Ernest Heather from South Africa is second. The race session is at SMSA in DTM Germany. The wind speed is 11 km/h from the north-northeast. Koen Sassman is P1. JD Ellis from South Africa is second. Janine Glad from South Africa is third. Tommy Glad from South Africa is P4. Dewald Lambert from Bhutan is fifth. Mike McDeer from South Africa is P6. Ryan P from South Africa is P7. Race start. Koen Sassman is first. Ryan P is eighth. Peter Grobler from South Africa is P9. Gerhard Niemann from South Africa is P9. Peter Geldenhuis from South Africa is P9. Peter Geldenhuis passed Tommy Glad for P8. Leon van Linden from South Africa is P11. Ryan P is 7th. Best lap is a 1:15.154. 12.420 off the fastest lap. Tommy Glad entering the pits is 14. Peter Geldenhuis from South Africa is P8, 0.9 behind Ryan P. Ryan P is P7, 0.3 behind Mike McDeer. Johan Niemann from South Africa is 13th, 0.1 behind Danny van Rooyen. Johan Niemann lost P14 to Tommy Glad. Koen Sassman from South Africa is P3, 0.1 behind Dewald Lambert. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Koen Sassman passed Dewald Lambert for P2. Ryan P from South Africa is P7, 0.2 behind Mike McGear. Dewald Lambert is P4, 0.4 behind Peter Grobler. Peter Grobler was 1.1 faster last lap. Dewald Lambert is now third. Peter Geldenhuis is P8. Best lap is a 0:56.712. 1.603 off the fastest lap. Peter Geldenhuis is now 7th. Dewald Lambert is P3, 0.5 behind Peter Grobler. Peter Grobler was 3.0 faster last lap. Koen Sassman is P8, 0.5 behind Peter Geldenhuis. Peter Geldenhuis was 13.2 faster last lap. Koen Sassman passed Peter Geldenhuis for P7. Peter Geldenhuis is 8th, 0.4 behind Koen Sassman. Danny van Rooyen from Netherlands is 11th, 0.2 behind Leon van Linden. Danny van Rooyen passed Leon van Linden for 10th. Peter Geldenhuis is 8th, 0.9 behind Koen Sassman. Ryan P is P6, 0.9 behind Mike McGear. Janine Blatt entering the pits is P14. Peter Geldenhuis from South Africa is P8, 0.5 behind Koen Sassman. Peter Geldenhuis was 0.5 faster last lap. Ryan P is P6, 0.6 behind Mike McGear. Peter Geldenhuis is 8th. Best lap is a 0:55.913. 0.804 off the fastest lap. Ryan P is 6th, 0.5 behind Mike McGear. Peter Geldenhuis on lap 8 is 8th, 0.5 behind Koen Sassman. Ten minutes remaining in the session. Ryan P is P6, 0.9 behind Mike McGear. Koen Sassman is P8, 0.5 behind Peter Geldenhuis. Peter Grobler is second, 0.4 behind J.D. Ellis. Gerhard Niemand is fourth, 0.6 behind Dewald Lambert. Gerhard Niemand passed Dewald Lambert for P3. Dewald Lambert is fourth, 0.4 behind Gerhard Niemand. Dewald Lambert passed J.D. Ellis for P1. Ryan B is P6, 0.3 behind Mike McGear. Ryan P passed Mike McGear for 5th. Mike McGear is 6th. Mike McGear is now P5. Koen Sassman is P7, 0.5 behind Peter Geldenhuis. Koen Sassman passed Peter Geldenhuis for P6. Ryan P is P4, 0.5 behind Peter Grobler. Ryan P was 10.3 faster last lap. Ryan P passed Peter Grobler for P3. Peter Grobler is P4, 0.7 behind Ryan P. Mike McGear is P5, 0.5 behind Peter Grobler. Mike McGear passed Peter Grobler for P4. Peter Grobler is 5th, 0.7 behind Mike McGear. Ryan P is third, 0.7 behind Gerhard Niemand. Danny Van Ruyen on lap 13 is 9th, 0.4 behind Blake Kruger. Danny Van Ruyen is now 7th. Ryan P is P3, 0.3 behind Gerhard Niemand. Five minutes remaining in the session. Blake Kruger from South Africa is 8th, 4.9 behind Danny Van Ruyen. Gerhard Niemand is third, 0.3 behind Ryan P. Koen Sassman is fifth, 2.2 ahead of Peter Geldenhuis. Gerhard Niemand is third, 0.5 behind Ryan P. Janine Glad from South Africa is 12th. Gerhard Niemand is P3, 0.5 behind Ryan P. Peter Grobler from South Africa is P9. Gerhard Niemand is P3, 0.7 behind Ryan P. Janine Glad is 11th. Peter Geldenhuis is P6, 0.6 behind Koen Sassman. Mike McGeer is fourth, 0.8 behind Gerhard Niemand. Peter Geldenhuis is P6, 0.5 behind Koen Sassman. Peter Geldenhuis was 0.9 faster last lap. Peter Geldenhuis passed Koen Sassman for P5. Peter Grobler is 9th, 0.4 behind Blake Kruger. Blake Kruger is P9, 0.1 behind Peter Grobler. Peter Geldenhuis on lap 20 is P5, 1.0 behind Mike McGeer. The leader has just finished the race. J.D. Ellis finished first. Peter Grobler finished 8th. Yuan Yemen finished 12th. Blake Kruger finished P9. Ryan P. finished P2. Gerhard Niemann finished 3rd. Mike McGeer finished P4. Peter Geldenhuis finished P5. Danny Van Ruyen finished 6th. Koen Sassman finished P7. Ernest Heather from South Africa finished P10. Janine Glad finished 11th.